Are you ready for the rough?
What is going on, guys? It is Shooting Up here, and I got another how to get better at Call of Duty gameplay for you guys. But this is a kill confirmed on Dome. It's not a very special gameplay. I'm not too sure why I saved it. My team was absolutely rather good, and that barrel blows up the tank right there on the other side of the building. But anyways, guys, this is probably the last little, not major, kind of small video to where I'm not really telling you guys something huge, groundbreaking about the game. But for most part, a lot of y'all are new at Call of Duty. At least I hope that some people watching this are new at Call of Duty. You know, one or two of you, anyways. But one thing that is really key for me, one thing that I used to do that kind of was very, very frustrating in the game, and it's very, very basic, you might think, but if you're not thinking about it while you're doing it, it's kind of detrimental. Really, it really is. It kind of screws up your playing style stuff, and that's really your emotions while you're playing, you raging at the game. And you might think, oh, this is nothing, you know, I can do better when I'm doing good whenever I'm mad. But the real thing is, whenever you're raging at the game, whenever you're raging at getting, you know, you die when you're on a kill streak or something like that, and you die and you start getting mad, the real problem with that is you start thinking and making decisions on emotions rather than actual logic and thought. And the way this really happens is whenever you die, you don't really think about it, and you just rush back to that spot right where you died, and you try to get a revenge kill. And this well, not really 9 times out of 10, but a lot more than most often, you really die from this, and the person's practically just sitting there waiting on you to come back to him because he knows you will. And this really can screw you up, and it really just makes you even more mad than usual. So a little tip for y'all: whenever you're getting mad, whenever you're doing bad, actually think about what you're doing. I know it's kind of stupid to say that, but if you don't really think about what you're doing, if you're just running around, you know, you gotta actually think. You know, whenever I get mad, whenever I rage, sometimes I don't really do it anymore, but whenever you get mad, you just gotta think. You can't just run back to where you died and then you know, expect to kill the person that's just sitting there, because he's waiting on you practically, and you're more than likely gonna die, and it's really gonna make you even more mad. And if you don't want to play Call of Duty, if you know that you're not gonna slow down or anything like that, taking a break from the game is not a bad idea. You know, not taking a break from Call of Duty, go play some, I don't know, some other game, but you can go play some survival mode or play the campaign or something like that. Campaign is I don't know, a good cool off for me if you're you know, you're playing multiplayer, and the real reason is because there's no real pressure when you're playing the campaign. I mean, so what if you die? It doesn't really mess you up or anything. So I don't know, the campaign is a real good, I don't know, cool off thing to, you know, blow off some steam whenever you're playing bad or doing stuff like that. You know, you're not playing up to your usual standard, and instead of getting mad and making emotional decisions based on your anger, you really need to think about it. You know, think about what's best for you, and really, you know, think, what's your playing style? Is my playing style a little more defensive? You know, maybe I should back off just a little bit and play a little bit more defensive. And you know, that could really turn out to help you guys out a lot. One thing that helps me out whenever I'm getting a little bit upset with how I'm playing is I lower my kill streaks down. I don't just switch to the specialist, but I actually lower my kill streaks. I do the UAV, the counter UAV, and the SAM turret or something like that. It actually helps out my team, and we win. And it really does seem to help me out. It kind of gets my confidence back up. It helps me be overall generally better at that time, at that moment when I'm not doing that great. You know, I switch it up just a little bit, play a little bit more defensive, get the lower kill streaks that help out my team some, and it really just it feels like for me, it actually makes me a little bit better at that point in time whenever I'm having a little bump in the road for that day. But anyways, guys, it's the end of this video. A quick little video, not too great, but my team did actually rape faces pretty good. But this is the last one of my kind of small tips, so hopefully you guys will be looking forward to my next ones. And I do hope you guys did enjoy this video regardless of my not insanely nice score, and I'll see you guys later.